I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater, and I'm joined today by Nick Bocott. We're checking out something cool.
Very cool. The mini Quad Cortex.
The Quad Cortex Mini indeed. Right here, we have the entire Cortex family. The Nano Cortex, the Quad Cortex Mini, and the Quad Cortex itself. Some interesting differences among them, but a lot of similarities as well.
Yeah, especially these two.
Yeah, basically, as far as their brains go, they're the same thing. Yeah, the brains, the sound quality, the capabilities, virtually identical between the two of them.
Yeah, the neural capture ability, yada, yada. Same library, 90 plus amps, 100 plus effects.
Tons.
Thousands of IRs, 2,000 captures.
Two different types of captures now. There's capture version 1 and capture version 2, and this supports that as well. Really what we have here is just a different form factor of this.
Yeah, it's tiny. Same exact screen though, but that's rugged glass.
Yep, it feels nice and solid. Quad Cortex Mini, though, brings an interesting form factor here because obviously we just have the 4-foot switches. We still have, as you mentioned, the exact same touchscreen, and all of the functionality is still there, as we'll see, but you don't have quite the foots-on control.
Yes, 7 less, only 4, but they're rotary encoders too, which is great.
That is correct.
And they have that nice clicking feel as well, which I love.
Very solid. And with combinations of these buttons, again, as we'll see, you can still access all the functionality that you need. But to me, this just makes an ideal desktop unit for the studio because not only, of course, can it serve as the Quad Cortex, but it also can serve as an 8-in, 8-out audio interface via USB.
Exactly.
So it really can be the hub, the centerpiece of your entire studio. And in this form factor on your desk, it works really well.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But like you said, this has 7 more controls, foot switches, has the big rotary. I mean, you could use this live as well. I would use this live with a MIDI foot controller because I can't do the crane. I'm not a kung fu guy, so I'd have trouble getting to these, but with a MIDI,
Yeah, and in this form factor, it's ideal to go on a pedal board because obviously it takes up a lot less real estate. So with a MIDI controller, or even just controlling it right here from the front panel, you can do everything that you need. Let me show you quickly how you can navigate among all these different options here. So we can only see 4 presets here. If we go to gig mode over here, we can see 8 as far as that goes. We can still switch among the modes just by hitting 2 at once. We go to scene mode, and then we go to stomp mode. And there actually are 2 banks. And to move to that second bank, press and hold here, and we jump to the second bank. So we still have all 8 presets. All 8 of our stomps are available in each one of these. And we can go back to our presets, of course, as well. You can also very quickly jump to the tuner with the Quad Cortex Mini. You just press these 2 buttons and you instantly go right there. The B button here is labeled for close to take you back out of that. We can also press and hold these 2 together, which moves us back 1 bank of 4, or 8 actually. When we press and hold these, it moves us forward by 1 bank of 8. So we have access to everything that we need right there with all these different combinations of switches, and it's really pretty easy to navigate among them. Once you kind of learn the different foot presses, you're going.
Yeah, and the cool thing is we're doing this ahead of launch, so we're doing this without a manual.
No manual.
So that's how intuitive it is, folks.
Yeah, it's
really intuitive.
Oh yeah, one other thing here on the front panel, this is actually our volume control here.
Which is really neat, actually.
Yeah, and you can set very easily which outputs you're connecting, because that is one of the differences between the Quad Cortex Mini and the Quad Cortex is our I/O complement is just a little bit different.
Right. Right.
So we still have our input here. We still have our second input, which also doubles as our capture input.
Right.
We've got our capture out. We've got a stereo or dual send and return here as well. We've got our 2 XLR outs and so on. Headphone output, connection for an expression pedal, MIDI I/O. So all of that is still on here. Here we have a few extra connections. We have the FX loops. You know, we have 1 here. We have 2 over here, and so on. So basically, we have the same thing here. We just have send 1 and send 2 on TRS connections. here, whereas they're on separate jacks over here. It certainly works equally well. All you need is a TRS cable for that. So a lot of the same functionality right here within this unit. But again, that different form factor is what really sets it apart.
And the thing I love, and it's a minor point, but a major one for me, the power input locks in.
It locks, yes.
And I love that.
So yeah, you're not going to accidentally knock the power connector out of the Quad Cortex Mini.
Well, I'm not worried about me. It's those darn drumming people. That's what.
We also do have a new version of CoreOS. This is CoreOS 4.0. We're actually running a beta here, but it's been super solid. It still supports all the plugins. So if we go to our devices, we can change over here. We can see our listing. We've still got all our different amplifiers. We've still got all our different captures. You can do your captures. I downloaded my captures from the cloud as well. Up here, you've got access to your plugins. So we've got Corey Wong, you've got Nolly, Plini, and so on. So any of those that are compatible with the Quad Cortex are also compatible with the Mini.
I also love the built-in Wi-Fi.
Yeah?
I mean, I've been trying to get Netflix without success, but that aside, it's really, really useful because you can do stuff on the fly, pun intended.
Sure.
No cables needed.
Sure. One thing you want to keep in mind, as with the Quad Cortex, it uses 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so be sure that your network is set up for that, and it'll lock right in. I actually used my phone as a hotspot with it, and it worked great. Downloaded updates, installed them here, and everything worked just fine. One other thing we should talk about here, let's go back to our page, is that there's a new version of Cortex Control that also goes along with the new CoreOS 4.0. As you can see, it supports both the regular Quad Cortex, and in this case, I've got the Quad Cortex Mini connected to it, but it gives us all the same things that we're used to seeing here. Here's our 8 scenes arrayed across the top here. Again, we have our 2 banks that are available here, but we have our same gig view options. We've got our MIDI assignments that we can make here. We can do tap tempo, we can do our tuner, engage that from here, and so on. So it's exactly the same Cortex control, but it now also supports the Quad Cortex Mini.
Yeah, which is great. It also has an advanced looper called Looper X. I guess that's one more than Y.
One more than Y, or 10 instead of 9.
Is it? I don't know, but whatever it is. And a weird thing that I find really useful, it's got a built-in metronome as well. And goodness knows with my timing, I need that. So this is a perfect practice tool as well. You've got your headphone out.
Yep.
And you're rocking.
It also is, I see people talking about, a lot of people are now taking their Quad Cortexes on tour.
Right.
And they want to have a backup. So you could have a second Quad Cortex. You always want to have a backup, whether you're using an amp or a floorboard or whatever it is. This makes a great backup.
Yeah, especially if you've got a MIDI board.
Yeah, much more compact. And you could have your 4 presets or your 8 presets arrayed on there and access them instantly. And so you can cover the same ground, but in a much more compact fashion.
Yeah, I was actually able to get this guitar, this, and the power supply in a gig bag.
Oh, there you go.
So put a computer in the other pocket and you're off. You're a solo. You're doing your karaoke guitar playing all over the world and annoying people.
Exactly.
Thanks to this. It's great.
The perfect tool.
Yeah. So this is a great little unit. I'm definitely getting one. I've got one of these already because it's invaluable for fly gigs. Like you said, a great backup and just something neat to have. It's desktop.
Right.
Say no more.
Right. Absolutely. Contact your Sweetwater sales engineer to learn all about it. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater.
See you.